Welcome everyone. In our previous class, we have discussed some of the psychrometric processes, namely sensible heating, sensible cooling, and we have also defined the word called bypass factor and observed that how bypass factor affect the performance of the cooling coil. So now in today's session, I would like to brief you about the different another psychrometric processes like humidification, cooling, humidification, okay, and etc. So let's begin our today's session with the humidification and the dehumidification process. Ideally speaking, humidification and dehumidification means to just add moisture and to remove moisture from the air. Humidification means to add moisture inside the air, while the dehumidification means to remove moisture from the air. But from our practical experience, we know that the humidification and the dehumidification process is always accompanied by the heating and the cooling. It's impossible to execute the humidification and the dehumidification process alone. Because of the addition and the removal of the moisture, there might be some sort of variation in temperature. Okay, so humidification and the dehumidification are never performed alone. But to understand the basic philosophy behind the humidification and the dehumidification process, consider we are performing it without the rise of temperature. Okay, so here, let's say we have a humidification process. As I told you, humidification means to add the moisture inside the air without manipulating its temperature. So to indicate the humidification line on the psychrometric graph, we need to plot one vertical line which shows the increase of the specific humidity, that's omega, because we are adding moisture inside the air. And as per the definition of the specific humidity, the specific humidity stands for the mass of water vapor associated with 1 kg of dry air. So as we increase the specific humidity, what obviously the mass of water vapor is going to be increased, or you can say vice versa. Okay, so because of the humidification process, okay, the specific humidity is going to be increased because we are supplying the water vapor inside the air. Okay, that's why the humidity is going to be increased. And if you want to plot the humidification process on the psychrometric graph, then you need to plot one vertical line which shows the increase of the humidity. So 1 to 2 is the process which indicate the humidification process. Okay, while dehumidification means the process, okay, during which we are removing moisture from the air. Okay, so to solve the dehumidification process, okay, we need to plot one vertical downward line, because in ideal dehumidification process the temperature does not change. Okay, if we perform dehumidification alone. Okay, so that's why we need to plot one vertical downward line which shows the reduction of the specific humidity. Okay, so here I have plotted one downward line from point number 2 to 1 which shows the reduction of the moisture content on the psychrometric graph. Okay, so it's all about the humidification and the dehumidification, and if you want to identify the amount of the moisture added during the humidification process, then you can say it is nothing but the difference of humidity at point 2 and 1. So omega 2 minus omega 1 will gives us the amount of the moisture that we have added during the humidification process. While for the dehumidification process, if you want to identify the amount of the moisture that you remove, then it is nothing but the omega 1 minus omega 2. Just observe the graph. Okay, for the dehumidification process, omega 1 minus omega 2. Clear to all? So it is about the humidification and the dehumidification process. Clear? Okay, clear. Now I would like to start the next process, that is the combination of the cooling and the dehumidification. Okay, in India, in majority of air conditioning system, we are performing the cooling and the dehumidification process during the summer season. Okay, so cooling means to reduce the temperature of air, while the dehumidification process means to remove the moisture from the air. Okay, so if you want to observe the cooling and the dehumidification process, just to consider the diagram here. Okay, in duct we have a cooling coil. Okay, air enter at point 1. Okay, as air is passed over the cooling coil, what is the temperature of air is going to be reduced. Why? Because the cooling coil have a flow of refrigerant inside it. So the refrigerant will absorb the heat from the cooling coil, okay, and reduce its temperature. So at point 2 we have an extremely low temperature air. Now what about the dehumidification? As I told you that the dehumidification process is the process during which we are removing moisture from the air. So how to remove moisture from the air? Okay, tell me how to remove moisture. To remove the moisture from the air, we need to focus on one psychrometric term called dew point temperature. Recall my previous lecture, I told you the dew point temperature is the temperature at constant pressure during which the moisture start to condense. Okay, so in order to remove the moisture from the air, we need to maintain the cooling coil surface temperature equivalent to the, or you can say equivalent or less than the dew point temperature. Okay, for example, the dew point temperature of air at point 1 is 19 degree, then we can maintain the cooling coil surface temperature exactly 19 or below the 19 in order to start the condensation of the moisture, or you can say to remove the moisture. So the flow rate of the refrigerant is controlled in such a way that the cooling coil surface temperature is always maintained nearer to the dew point temperature or below the dew point temperature. So at point number 2 we have a low temperature air with the reduced moisture level. Okay, so this is all about the cooling and the dehumidification process. And if you want to note the cooling and dehumidification process, then you can say we have studied the sensible cooling process. So just plot sensible cooling line first. So here in psychrometric graph, sensible cooling line is 1 to A, which shows the specific humidity remain constant while the dry bulb temperature is reduced from TDB1 to TDB2. Clear? Okay, then after for the dehumidification we need to plot one vertical downward path which shows the reduction of the specific humidity without manipulation of the temperature. Okay, so A to 2 is the dehumidification process. Clear? 1 to A is the sensible cooling while A to 2 is dehumidification process, and resultant of both the line, that is 1 to 2, is indicate the cooling and the dehumidification process. Clear to all? Okay. So cooling and dehumidification is all about the removal of the moisture and reducing the temperature of air. Okay, now if you want to identify the heat removal rate from the air, then you can say the heat removal rate from the air QA, okay, is equal to H1 minus H2. That is nothing but the difference of the enthalpy. And if you want to write it in terms of the temperature, then you can also write in terms of the temperature just by replacing H with the Cp multiplied by delta T. Okay, and now next, if you want to identify the moisture removal rate, okay, then what you need to do, you just need to observe the 2 points, that is 1 to 2, and you need to find the value of specific humidity at point 1 and specific humidity at point 2. Okay, the difference of the specific humidity at point 1 and point 2 will give us the amount of moisture that we have extracted from the air. Okay, so it is all about the cooling and the dehumidification process. Clear? Okay. Again, I would like to recapitulate this process because it is quite important, and in majority of air conditioning system in our India, we are performing cooling and the dehumidification process. Okay, so to understand it, okay, just observe the diagram here. Okay, as the air is getting passed over the cooling coil, its temperature is reduced because the refrigerant will absorb the heat from the air. Okay, and in order to dehumidify air, we need to maintain cooling coil surface temperature below the dew point or equivalent to the dew point temperature. Now, how to maintain the cooling coil surface temperature which is equivalent to dew point or less than dew point? Okay, which we can maintain by regulating the mass flow rate of the refrigerant that is flowing through the circuit. Okay, so it is all about the cooling and the dehumidification. Okay, again I would like to insist you to keep all the lines of the psychrometric chart in your mind because it's helpful to us during the solution of the examples. Okay, as well as designing of the air conditioning apparatus. Clear to all? Okay. Now next I would like to start with the new term called sensible heat factor because it is highly associated with the cooling and the dehumidification process. Now what do you mean by sensible heat factor? You can say sensible heat factor is nothing but the ratio of sensible heat to the total heat. Sensible heat to the total heat. Okay, so here you can see the slope of the cooling and the dehumidification process, that is 1 to 2. It is dependent on what? You can say from the mathematical point of view, it is the resultant of two different lines, that is 1A and A2. Okay, 1A and A2. 1 to A represent the sensible cooling, while A to 2 represent the removal of the moisture, or you can say latent heat. So the slope of the cooling and the dehumidification is highly affected by the sensible heat as well as latent heat. Okay, so to decide the slope of the cooling and the dehumidification process, we need to focus on the parameter called sensible heat factor. And as I told you that the sensible heat factor is nothing but the ratio of sensible heat to the total heat. Okay, sensible heat is nothing but the heat that is removed from the air by the refrigerant by absorbing the heat, while the latent heat is the heat that is removed via moisture. Okay, so the total heat is equal to sensible heat plus latent heat. So this ratio defines the slope of the cooling and the humidification process. And when we are designing the air conditioning system for the particular building at that time, okay, this factor is quite important factor.